Hi, I'm Mafalda, a consulting analyst here at Accenture based in the Manchester office, and I've been working here for 2 years. I'm super excited to welcome Orla as well.
Hi, I'm Orla Baker. I'm a Managing Director from our financial services business based here in the London office.
Thank you so much for joining us today. Would you mind telling us a bit more about yourself and your role at Accenture?
Of course, thank you for having me. So I'm a Managing Director in Accenture. I've been here 13 years, working across a number of retail banking clients across technology transformation, so cloud, data transformation type work. From an Accenture perspective, I'm also the operations lead for the ACG, so operations of the business, finances, staffing, scheduling, etc. So how the analyst consulting business runs.
That's amazing. I know the analyst group is massive, so it's a big area to orchestrate. So thank you for the work that you do.
No worries at all.
And you said you've been here 13 years. So how many analysts approximately do you think you've seen come through in that time?
Good question. So I've been here 13 years. I've been in the ACG leadership team for about 7 of those. So probably about 2,000, just under 2,000.
Wow.
Yeah, quite a number.
That is a lot, yeah. Would you remember all their names?
Oh God, certainly not. I'd like to think I'd try.
With so many analysts coming in every year, how can they stand out from the rest?
So I think a lot of it is about being yourself. So we're a people business. We have a number of people within the organisation. Obviously, everybody's different and brings different skills, different backgrounds, different experience. So a lot of it is stand out by being you. Don't pretend to be or try to be something that you're not. And then with that, it's what skills can you bring to the business? So understand what our clients need, understand what the business needs, and kind of carve your niche in order to be able to understand, like, how can you bring something into that space.
I love that. And you mentioned being yourself, but also bringing your own skills. So based on that, how can an analyst build their own personal brand within the business? Because that's a big topic at the moment.
Yeah, we definitely talk about it a lot. And I think a big part of that is knowing what you're known for. So I grew up through my career, the first few years certainly, being known for kind of getting delivery done. So the types of topics, the types of work that I was doing was very different, but a lot of it was then going into projects and essentially getting stuff done, getting deliverables out the door. So that was kind of my brand for many years, until I then found my passion, which was around kind of cloud transformation and how cloud can enable business. And actually then my brand kind of switched slightly, which was, yes, still get stuff done, but actually in a specific topic area. And that's why personal brand, I think, is so important. It's what people come to you for, certainly from an internal Accenture perspective, but also from a client perspective as well. How do they know to pick up the phone to you? And you start that at your analyst level.
Absolutely. And it's nice to see that when you join as an analyst, you don't have to know exactly what your brand is. You can, like you say, you started with deliverables and then focused on cloud. So you're not restricted to one skill. You can grow and learn and then find your brand within the company.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. And we work in a technology organisation, right? Technology is changing massively. So what I started learning about cloud years ago, if I only knew that, I wouldn't still be a specialist in cloud today. So the technology evolves, therefore our learning journeys have to evolve as well. So that's really, really key.
Absolutely. Given how much technology is changing, what do you think are the skills of the future within consulting?
So I think you can answer that question in a few different ways. Touching on your technology point, you're right, tech is evolving. And I think there's our learning, our opportunities, the skills that we need to provide out to our clients has to evolve with that. So we're investing a huge amount in cloud training, crowd learning, cloud development skills, but also now in data and AI, generative AI being a massive part of that as well. New job families, new job types, prompt engineers kind of coming into the mix these days. So there's definitely a big piece around kind of technology skills, absolutely right. But I do think certainly from a consulting perspective, having the industry relevance is key. So being able to bring the knowledge around technology, the knowledge around kind of capabilities, but being able to apply that in an industry sense is going to be really, really key. So actually getting that foundational learning of what industry does, what's important for the business is going to be really important.
If you could roll back time to 13 years ago when you first joined Accenture, what advice would you give yourself?
Don't be afraid to take risks and be curious. There is so much to learn and so many people to learn from within the firm, and don't be afraid to go and ask for help.
Great advice, Orla. Be curious. I'm taking that on board right now. But unfortunately, that's all the time we've got. Thank you so much for joining us. It's been a pleasure to chat.
Thank you for having me. It's been great.